I never thought that we'd be coming to Cuba. There's a lot of transformation happening. The island is opening up. This is kind of an amazing time to be heading there.
Music gives you the opportunity to connect. There are limits to how far we can go in our communications, how far we can express affection or anger or whatever. But music, you can do everything, and you can just put it all in there, and it's safe. Music connects.
Los Insolentes is a Mexican-American roots group that has researched and promoted and even revived rural Mexican traditions.
We're also a cultural arts center where we teach classes in Mexican traditions to neighborhood kids. I started there when I was 15, and Fabiola did too.
For me, tradition is not only about the past. It's a tool that you anchor with to take you forward. I think that tradition helps us to connect to ourselves. And if we can connect to ourselves, then we can be successful in life.
We've done a lot of work to explore our own traditions, and we've done a lot of projects that create bridges to other cultures. So for us, this whole issue of openness and connection is central to who we are. This is a whole new chapter for us, and we're here to share our music and discover those connections.
It's so surreal being here. It's like, I tell Berenice, like, every day I'm like, Berenice, we're in Cuba. And she's like, I know.
I just feel very comfortable here. It reminds me of my home in Mexico, in Guanajuato, Mexico. It just feels so, like Emily said, like welcoming and like a family.
The people in Mexico and in Cuba have a very long-standing fascination and affection for each other. And I think that's because while there's a lot of similarities, language, for example, the countries are really different. For centuries, the people of Cuba and Mexico traded with each other, and some of the old songs even sing about those days. And in my mind, when I sing these old songs, the old sones, I have this picture of the Spanish vessels, for centuries, carrying people back and forth through the Caribbean, through the Gulf of Mexico, with instruments, with trade, with people, with songs, with verses, with stories.
The world around us is always changing, and we all feel here that there's something about tradition, there's something about old culture that can help bring the new world together. And not just preserving the old stuff, but using tradition to create new tradition. We went to have a cultural exchange with this community center in it seemed like the outskirts of Havana.
Ahora a tener una pequeña demostración del baile, nuestro baile nacional, danzón.
I felt honored because they had put together this whole day and a lot of performances for us, our visit, and that was nice.
when the dancers at the Casa de la Cultura were doing the danzón music, it kind of woke my heart up because it's like, wow, this is something that's familiar to me because I grew up listening to this music because my grandpa used to play it. At that moment, it made me feel like I was Cuban or something.